And he delayed this guy, got him drunk. He didn't open it to check the content. And he delivered it to his captain. That the reason why he didn't go to meet his wife was because of that captain. And he still gave him the letter. He didn't know that it was his death warrant he was delivering. And they placed him, Joab, the captain, placed him at the hottest part of the battle. And Uriah died. Had covered the sin. But this thing was between David and who? Joab. I don't know what you have done. There are Joabs in your life. You may think you have covered, you have silenced Uriah. But Joab will never. Same singular act of David empowered Joab to do wicked things. Because he was imagining, if David could do this, how will I spare Amasa? How will I spare Abner? How will I spare Absalom? No. If he could kill an innocent man, the people he doesn't want me to kill, I will kill. Because you may cover your sin and say nobody knows. God knows. And there are few persons like Joab in your life. That seed you sowed will be the reason why they will become more wicked. But on the other side, there's something God wants to do this weekend. That the positive Joabs we see. And because of your obedience, because of you uncovering your sin, they also will be empowered to do right. My point tonight briefly is the fact that abortion you committed, you are thinking it's just between you and the doctor. That doctor is like Joab. He's watching. This sister that sings beautifully in choir. Is it not this sister that even during the process was shouting Jesus? If she could do this wicked thing, I can go on with what I am doing. You may think you have silenced Uriah. You may think you have killed that innocent child. You may think that you have covered that sin. But there is a God most high in heaven and on earth that takes record of the little details that we don't take record of. Oh, David thought he had silenced Uriah. And he brought in Bathsheba. But the Bible says that thing David did displeased the Lord. I don't know that thing you have done that has brought so much displeasure to the heart of God. God could not so much hide that thing because he was so pained. He had to rise and call Nathan. And the next verse, the Bible says, go, Nathan, go and tell David. David also understood, even though he didn't put himself in that scenario, he knew that it was a death warrant. Whoever committed such act deserved to die. And Nathan said, thou art the one. I don't know what you have committed that has brought pain and displeasure to God. I discovered that these singular acts, verse 27, the last phrase, changed the entire course of David and his reign. Every chapter till the last chapter in 2 Samuel, to the last chapter of David's life, it was from one woe to another. The Joab that saw David's uncovered sin became a man that wearied David, became a man that was too strong for David. Because of that singular seed, David lost his authority. He couldn't tell Joab, sit down here, and he would sit down. Joab will always do what was in his heart. I'm not interested in that part tonight. What I'm interested is, I don't know. There are things you will do, or there are things that you have done that might be the reason why God may not want to pour. And if he graciously decides to pour, those things are in the book of remembrance, God's book of remembrance. And they are positioned there to leak out the outpouring. So I'm just here tonight to remind you that whatever you have done in the past that is bringing pain and displeasure to the heart of the Father, this is a good time to confess. I believe if David had found himself out, had gone to God and said, Lord, I did this, it is me that did this, before God found him out, God will have had mercy on him. And the bad things, I've never seen a man experience evil like that. Just the next chapter after Nathan visited, Ammon started lusting after Tamar. As if that was not enough. Absalom made himself king. That was not enough. Adonijah, Absalom's younger brother, everything was happening in quick successions around David's life. Because of what? It brought displeasure to again, that you are on campus, you are on earth to bring pleasure to God. Whatever you might have done, yours might not be an abortion. It might be a robbery case. Whatever, it might be something that you did that is still bringing pain to the heart of God because it's still covered, as it were. Let me remind you that you can't cover from God. And also there are some Joabs that we'll see. It's just a call because it's a double-edged sword. The fire has double mission. It consumes, it empowers. But tonight the fire of God wants to consume that thing that keeps bringing pain and displeasure in your life to God. Oh Lord. You know, I was just saying that just like we parents, we desire that our biological children and our spiritual children will bring us pleasure. And God is our Father. You know, we are quick to say, my Father. But have you checked your life? When last did you bring him pleasure? Most of your actions, does it cause God pleasure or does it cause him pain? God is not, you know, God is not a mindset, he's a generous God. The outpouring is not for those in heaven, it's for you and I. But sometimes, God withholds because of the vessel. There are things that cause God pain that keeps puncturing that container, and then the outpouring keeps leaking out. I just want you to bow your hearts. I just want you to search. Peradventure, your case is like that of David. Yours may be worse, or it might not be as bad as that of David. This may be the singular reason where some persons may be receiving the outpouring. Yours might be judgment. But before the judgment will come, can you just own up to God? Can you own up to God? If you are in the house and you know there's something you have done, something you did, you think nobody knows. You think you have silenced the Uriah. Please, it's a good time to confess to the Lord tonight. Please, can you ask the Lord? It's a fire conference. Let your fire purge me. Let your fire purge me. So that while on others you are calling, so that while on others you are releasing your outpouring, Lord, I don't want to be passed by, Lord. Please let your fire remove that thing that is in me that keeps bringing pain and displeasure to you. Yes, you are a king, you are a priest. David was. But yet, the Bible says that thing brought pain to the heart of the Father, displeased God. Please search your heart once again tonight and just ask the Lord, whatever I might have done, whatever it is that I have involved in, that Lord, whenever you look at me, you are pained or you are